Hello everyone, it's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and my little dog Dee Dee is coming behind me. We're doing things a little bit different today, and I'll share with you why in a bit, but it's actually almost 8 o'clock p.m., 7:45. I'm headed to the barn to put everybody up. Had a long day today, had to go to a rheumatologist appointment in Birmingham, and just feel like I fed before I left this morning, but I've been away all day and I just feel like I need to go check everything out and make sure all is well at the barn. And you can hear the noises the farm makes come late evening. They are waiting for me to put them up in their stalls. The goats get fed in the evening. Let's see, horses get fed in the evening. Emus get fed in the evening. Not Nugget and Goldie, they have food all day. And then the cows get fed. So everybody gets put up, and this is just kind of a different routine for me, but it was because I met a friend, and that friend gave me something that we are going to put in the freeze dryer after we leave the barn this evening. So stay tuned, but first we got to take care of these mouths. And like me, I guess Dee Dee feels she hasn't gotten her exercise in today like she normally does. She did come out with me to feed today, but it came a little thunder shower and she is scared of bad weather. So she's gonna get some of that bad energy out by walking with me to the barn and getting everybody fed. You would look like you're on a mission. You leading me. We got to take care of everybody, don't we, girl? Y'all, for an old dog, she does pretty good. My rheumatologist appointment was just a 3-month checkup, just to make sure that my medicine is still working the way I want it to be working. And it really is. Haven't had too much to complain about, and I don't want to try to do better, so to speak, if I feel like things are going pretty good. So no changes, just a checkup. And gonna see this pretty girl and tell her hello this evening. Of course, Willie's got to have some loving too. You can't love on one without the other. Isn't that right, Willie? You're wet and Ruska's dry. So does that mean that you stood out and got a bath and you let Ruska go in the shelter and you were a gentleman? I think y'all could both fit. He said, just feed me, Mama. Just forget about it. I was kind of in a hurry this morning and I left the buckets that I used to dump the feed out. And you can see we got a good bit of rain, didn't we, fellas? Sylvester and Bramble meet me outside. And here's Biscuit. And there's Pookie. Biscuit's inside the barn. Yeah, here y'all, you got cat food. Y'all, I tell you, those animals don't miss a beat. They really don't. They know. They're smart and they know when it's feeding time, whether it be morning or afternoon. That was strange. Dee Dee, you beat me here and you're coming out of the milk room. What do you think you're doing? She might have stole a bite of cat food. You didn't do that, did you, girl? I know better. Y'all, Dee Dee has to have used a doggy door wherever she used to live, because in our house, we have a little room that goes out the back door. Well, Dee Dee doesn't use that door. She doesn't use that door. She waits on us to let her in and out. She doesn't even act like she wants to know about the room. We've showed it to her, but she comes right back out. But when we come to the barn, she knows how to use the doggy door. I never showed her. There was never anything talked about. She just goes in and out like a cat. All right, Pocket, you ready to eat? It looked like you're giving me the stink eye over there. And you're a little bit wet too. Did you stay out in the rain? Peaches said there ain't no way she went out in that rain. Well, I got quite an interesting combo tonight. I never know what I'm gonna get when I come out here to take care of the cows. Tonight, it's a Tater, Little Man, Matilda, Moody combo. So Matilda gets her Luberson in the morning. In the evening, she just gets grain. She doesn't have to have the grain because obviously the pastures are green and she has plenty to eat, but it's always a challenge when Big Moody thinks he needs to join. So I'm gonna try to play it slick. I've got a bucket full of grain, and then I've got little man's starter and a scoop. And what I hope to do, hope is the key word, is first turn the fence off. I better set that down. And I hope I can make them stay over there long enough for me to go down here, spread some out. So far, so good. Now here's the deal. The big cows know there's something different in this little bucket. And little man, make sure Moody, little man needs the starter. He knows that's his bucket. I spread it out in the trough. Moody and Tater stay over here. Matilda's down there, and hopefully when they get finished, little man will be finished with his calf starter and they can all be together. Fingers crossed. All right, y'all behave. I'm going to feed everybody else and put them up, and I'll be back, and y'all better be in the right position. I don't usually get to see me feed Jessie and Honey because we do it in the evening. And we do it in the evening because that's when we put the goats in their stall, that's when we put Ernest and Opie in their stall, and they get fed. So the donkeys get fed Essential K from Kalmbach. It's a tribute feed, and it's what we've always fed Jessie and Honey. It's just a good feed. They don't get much. Donkeys can get overweight fast. So it's just enough to keep them happy and satisfied, but y'all don't feed them and see what happens. We don't even take that chance because they want to eat. Goats get this beautiful feed. It's called goat granola, and they eat a lot less of it because it's such a good quality feed. So got their scoop ready. And last but not least, the emus, which we fill a dog food bowl up with the Kalmbach, ostrich, and emu pellets. It's not focusing. And this is gonna be a challenge because I do this every single night, but I do it without a camera. So we are going to see how this goes. The goats are by far the hardest animal here to feed, in my opinion. And it's just simply because they're goats. I don't know what else to say. All right, so are y'all ready for this fiasco? Loves to eat. So what I normally do is I put Ernest T and Opie's feed down in their stall. I know y'all can't see me, but I can't possibly hold the camera and feed. And then I go over here to the goat trough, and they think I'm giving them a lot of feed, but I just drop it in their trough so they think they're getting fed. And then Ernest T goes the wrong way, and the goats try to get in their stall, but I'm too fast. Nope, 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 not tonight. I'm telling y'all, it is the most hectic feeding time. And Honey sings about it. Yeah, y'all are last, aren't you? Goat's gate is shut. And I have a feeling that y'all's buckets have water in them. Let's see, baby. Back up just a little bit. There's you a little. Very little. All right, Jessie, there you go. And another thing that they always do, Jessie's definitely the dominant donkey. She steals Honey's every single night. Honey knows to swap places, and they do, but there you go. Jessie started out with the green bucket. She told Honey, you can't have that green bucket, that's mine. Opposite Brooke. Jessie started out with a green bucket, but she went to the red bucket, which is where Honey was eating. Now, cows have all finished eating. Little man is getting the remnants from his bucket. Let's see, did y'all clean your plate? It appears you did. It appears you did. Or how about it, Big Moody? Did you eat all your dinner, buddy? Yep. That trough's empty too. And y'all, Mildred, she still comes up here and we still see her, of course, but she's not like these. She says, grass will do me in the summertime, Mama. There's no reason to supplemental feed when there's green grass. But I do have to get y'all's water topped off. And Mildred is still as sweet as she's ever been. We do see her and we get to pay attention to her every single day. Now Matilda and Little Man are gonna play with the bucket. There's nothing left. Little Man's gonna get bigger than you, Matilda. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I've seen some Holstein cows, females, get really big. So she may be able to hold her weight. They sure do play a lot though. I want to get that bucket out of here tonight. Here comes Little Man. He said, where are you, Mama? Tater gonna get her a drink while we fill it up. Make sure y'all have plenty of water. Hey, Little Man. My goal is to start gradually going towards the gate with that bucket. And then eventually he'll come inside the gate, I hope. And I can get my hands on him. But I mean, this is so much better. He comes right up to the fence where I'm standing. I just don't want to push it too fast and spook him. He knows I'm the one with the food. You know I'm the one with the food, don't you, big boy? Huh? Yeah, I'm filling your trough up. Get you a drink. He's a good-looking boy, I tell you that. Good-looking boy. Couldn't ask for better. You waiting on me to fill it all the way up? And y'all, he can get his head way down in there. He just doesn't know about me filling it up while he's wanting to drink. Here, I'll come. Uh-oh, that scared you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Come on back. I will not hurt you. Oh, gotta go see Mama. Mama's where the safe spot is. Trough is complete. The fence charger is back on. And it's about to get dark on me. But that's okay because I have 2 animals left. Well, actually 3. I have Ruska and Willie, and I have Miss Pookie. So once I get those fed, we can go back to the house where I have my special products stashed away in the refrigerator, and we can get it ready. All right, Pocket, you ready to eat, girl? Yeah, I know you are. Well, come on. Willie and Ruska said they ready too. Come on. All right, so we go outside where her hanging bucket is, right here. Transfer it from this bucket to this bucket, and y'all can see she just waits so gently and so nicely. And Pocket has dinner, and I shut this gate to the stall every night. It came a good rain. There's a lot of standing water. And then we leave this door open. And that is because it is so hot. Even in the evening time, it's just too hot to close these doors and leave them shut up inside. So Peaches is on her side of the stall, which is right here. Got shavings down in your ear. Yeah. All right, now. All right, sleep well. And y'all look at the sky. It's probably actually darker than what it appears on the camera. The camera's trying to gather as much light as possible, but the storm has now moved over there. I just saw some lightning way far off in the distance, and the cows have made their way back to the pasture for the night. And Jesse and Honey over here playing switch up with their bowls. Just a typical day. All right, the cats have food, but we got to give it a shake up just so y'all think you got fresh food. That's a little trick, isn't it? I don't know why y'all think you got to have fresh food on top of that food that's put there this morning. Rotten. That's what it is. They are rotten. All right, last up is the full-size horses. The little Minnie gets her feeding done first, and then as I'm on the way out of the barn, I will drop off Willie and Rescus. My dog's in the lead. I'll look at her. Dee Dee says she's ready to go home. Turn the lights off, Mama. And y'all look at our little light switch cover. You probably hadn't ever seen that, but it's been here for the length of the barn. So off with the lights, and outside we go, where Dee Dee will lead the way. And Mr. Yes Sir is over here. Willie, you ready to eat, buddy? I know you are. I know you are. So you know what I gotta do first, Willie? Oh, Bramble. I gotta dump your bucket out because I know it's got some water in it. Yep. Look at there. There, go get you, buddy. Let's get you. And get dumped in your bucket. Wet food. All right, you ready? Here we go. All right, let's go down here and get Miss Resca's bucket. Your food's wet, but that's different than water sitting in the bottom of the bucket. All right, girl. Here you go. There you go, sweet girl. So I really shouldn't have cut the lights off in the barn because I'm coming back to put my product in the freeze dryer. But it's okay. I can just flip the switch. Biscuit, you better get yourself back to the barn, baby. You're not far from home, but I don't know what y'all do at night. I've never, ever seen one thing that y'all have ever caught. I know what you're fixing to do, though. You're fixing to try to jump on your your partner there. I think that they hang out right in front of this barn all night and play, because I have had to come here at night before, like when Tater was pregnant, and the cats would always be out here running around and wallowing in the dirt and whatnot. I must say, they have never tried to come home with me. Never. And let's hope tonight is not a different story. Biscuit's in front of me, but they better not. They better not. Once again, the camera's giving off more light than it actually is, but this is where Nugget and Goldie sleep just about every evening, and they lay down almost completely flat, as you can see, and sometimes they'll even lay their head down in the front, and they blend in, so especially when their neck isn't showing. His blue neck, his blue skin is visible right now, but if he was tucked in, he would be camouflage. Yeah, I can see my security dogs, my Secret Service up here, very alert. Y'all are just gonna make sure nothing happens, right? Dee Dee wants to join y'all, just to be sure. All right, I trust you. Well, I told y'all that I met a friend today, and that friend was Tanya, our previous beekeeper, who is a hobby beekeeper. She doesn't do it for a job or a steady income. She just does it as a hobby. And Tanya could not offer you guys honey because obviously she doesn't do it full time. She has a full-time job. So we now have Rachel and Roy as our beekeepers, but Tanya is our friend and will always be our friend. So Tanya reached out to me and she said, hey Brooke, I have a bunch of figs that I picked and I would like to try them freeze-dried. Is this something that you'd be interested in doing? And I said, oh my goodness, absolutely, because anytime I get the chance for somebody to try a freeze-dried fig, I'm gonna do it. It's my favorite food by far that I've ever freeze-dried, and it's been a long time since I've had figs that I could do that with. So I'll keep a few for a snack, but the rest I'm going to return to Tanya, and we're gonna give Tanya a freeze-dried treat in return. So the figs have been washed, and I'm going to place them on my freeze-dried trays with the cut side up like that. And I'm gonna take some time and do these and place them strategically so that they aren't touching each other too close. And y'all will see them before they go in the freeze dryer. All right, so I have 5 trays of figs prepared and ready to go into the freeze dryer. Well, I've waited 15 minutes for the freeze dryer from Harvest Right to come to the correct temperature, and I have my figs stored in the freezer just so they won't be sitting out on the counter while I wait on that to happen. I got a couple that wanted to turn the wrong side up, but you can see the trays are full, and we're just gonna pop them in. You don't have to put them in the freezer. The only reason I did that is so they wouldn't be sitting out on the counter while I waited on the freeze dryer to come to temperature. All right, I have a feeling this is gonna take quite a while. I don't know exactly how long, but figs are obviously full of moisture. So we are just going to mash continue and wait and see what happens. I know they're gonna be good. I know that much. So however much time it takes, we're just gonna wait it out. And Tanya's gonna be impressed too, so y'all stay tuned. I drove my car to the barn because, well, I had 5 trays of figs and I didn't want to take a chance of dropping them. So my dog had to come with me, and I want to show y'all. I left the door open because I felt like you were going to get out and come in here and visit me, but you didn't. You sat in the car and just waited until it's ready to go home. Well, I guess you've had quite a evening sitting in the car for a few minutes. You ready to go home? All right, let's go. Get in your seat. Well, y'all, I have cut grass and cut grass and cut grass today until I want to pour concrete everywhere on the farm, or either get a lot more animals. I'm not sure which would be the better of the two for the long run, but this rain has really caused the grass to grow, and I had to get myself cleaned up because I have literally been on the lawnmower all day. So you're seeing me in my cleanest that you'll see me. So I came to the barn to check on the figs to see how their progress is going, thinking that they probably weren't close to being done because we're only 13, 14 hours in at this point. It is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I wanted to show y'all something since I'm at the barn. So it is late afternoon, but it is still very, very warm here in Alabama, and you can see Big Moody over here enjoying the Moo Mansion, and that's Mildred back there behind him. Now earlier I cut this area, which is behind the barn, which we let some animals come back here from time to time and cut the grass, mow the grass for us, but we've had so much grass that we really haven't needed to put anybody in here. Mildred was back here then, and she's obviously not moving. Moody decided to come join her. I see Matilda over here that's having some shade off this pear tree. And then I saw Tater. She is Right here. Tater says, is it time to eat yet? Not quite time yet, Tater. Oh, goodness. She hears my voice and she automatically thinks I'm here to feed. That girl knows she likes to eat. Now, where's little man? If I had to get... There he is. Look at there. Oh, Uncle Moody. Uncle Moody makes little man look like a real little man. Y'all look at that. That is unbelievable. Moody's a big boy, and you cannot tell on camera how big he is. All right, Tater, hang out a little bit, baby. It's not quite time to eat. If you eat now, you're going to be up before the sun comes up wanting to have breakfast. You can go nurse little man if you want to. You look like you might need to come down a little bit. Most of the time when I see her, she's empty. I see she's looking pretty full right now. So occupy your time by feeding him. I'm sure he won't object to a early built-in bottle. I was just hoping that the figs may be ready. I don't know what I was going to do after I got them out because I can't sit. I'm just one of those people that can't sit. Even though I'm clean, that doesn't mean I'm going to go sit in front of the television and be still. I just, I'll be back hot and sweaty and dirty in no time, and that's okay because I enjoy what we do here on the farm, taking care of animals. It's not a job to me. It's what I want to be doing. And if we didn't have cameras here to record, we would still have animals. I can guarantee it. We had animals before YouTube, and it's just our way of life. It's what we enjoy doing, and it's. How about you, Pookie? I hear you over there tiptoeing. You think it's feeding time? It's not feeding time yet. Let me see you. I had to cut your pasture today. I see you. See your ears and your... Yeah. Y'all, let me show you something. Alrighty, y'all. So we're going to let these figs continue to run. And when they're done, I will get them out and we'll give them a taste. And I will get them over to Miss Tanya and see what she thinks about them. But until it's time to get those figs out, I'm going to go find me something to work on. And I bet you the next time y'all see me, I'll be dirty again. It's a new day, and today is actually Thursday, the day my video will come out. So I'm going to go inside the barn and check on the figs that are freeze drying. I knew it was going to take a long time, but I came in last night about 9 o'clock and they were still going. So I added some extra dry time to carry it over till morning so they would not refreeze. And we got Caden back here working on some weed eating since it is early this morning. Hadn't gotten hot yet, but let's go check on these figs. So you'll see at the top right, they have been going for 35 hours. And I added the extra dry time, which I'd be good for another 3 hours and a half. But we're going to get them out and we're going to see how these figs are freeze dried. Alrighty. They appear more pink than they did when they went in. They were a little red tint when they went in, but the color is still vibrant. I don't know if it's kind of like styrofoam. But I haven't had one of these since we lived at the old farm, so this is going to be bringing back some memories that were my fondest food freeze-dried up until now. Y'all, they're delicious. Absolutely delicious. I don't remember if I cut them in half when I was at the old farm. I could probably go back and find my footage of when I did it, but they are still my favorite item freeze-dried, and that is fresh figs. I'm gonna get these in a bag for Miss Tanya and get them to her, and hopefully she's as impressed with these as I am. I can't wait for ours to get ripe on our tree. I'm returning these to Tanya. She said I could keep some of them, but these are her figs, so these are going back to her, and hopefully we'll have a bumper crop. Ours are not ready yet. Don't know why. It's just a little later, and oh, they're so good. But if y'all are interested in a Harvest Right freeze dryer, we'll put the link below. It is something that I have really enjoyed preserving food with because it's so much easier to me than canning. I do not enjoy canning. I do enjoy fig preserves, so I will probably be making some of those, but these are the best snacks that you can, and retain all of the nutrients. When you freeze dry something, it retains all the nutrients. So that's another benefit. Plus it can store away for 25 years if you seal it in one of the Mylar bags with the oxygen absorber. So link to Harvest Right will be below, and if you are interested in one, click on that link, and you can even put them on layaway. If you put it on layaway, we do get a small commission from the sale, so if you would let me know if you do that, that way we can get credit for the sale. And one more, Tanya, and then the rest of them are yours. Hope y'all have a good day. Y'all be good.